Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to learn the more about the scenario that we last time discussed, the automobile quote one, and I'll give you one overview that how your test case design will be look like at the end. And also I have already prepared one test case for that scenario. I'll show you that how this all are going to run, right? Okay. Let me show you the scenario once. Okay, so we had a scenario that I have already explained in my last lecture, that if I wanted to create multiple test cases for this automobile code based on the values, different values I have selected on these pages, right? So what happened in this case, so in that scenario what we have to do, first open the browser, and after that provide the URL, right? Click on the automobile, and after that on enter vehicle data you have to provide values, right? You have on insurance data you have to provide values again, right? And on enter product data you also have to provide the values according to your test case need. And after that there is a price table will open. You have to provide you have to provide the validations on those points. So these validations will be depends upon the values you have chosen in these three tabs. And after that there is a send code is there to send the code to your customer. Okay, for this kind of insurance you have this price, so you send that to your customer. So this is the scenario, and in this scenario we could have a multiple test cases, and these multiple test cases would be would be on different scenarios, like the car type, car company, if it is a BMW, Ford, Honda, or Renault or Skoda, anything, right? And the engine performance also could be your one of the scenario, and the number of seats, price, annual mileage. And on insurance data you might there may be a different occupation, hobbies, and there may be a different cities. That the price depends upon the on each and every cities, it could be different, right? And the product data, how much the insurance sum you want, and what could be the merit rating, if what is the damage insurance, courtesy of the car. So these all you are going to select, and for that you will prepare different scenarios, and based on those different scenarios you are going to create a test case. Let me show you that how the one test case is look like. Okay, so on the Tosca side, if you can see my screen, in the left side I have prepared one test case to create an automobile code. Before creating the test case, you know the process, right? You first have to scan the modules. I have scanned the enter vehicle data page, enter the main menu page, enter the insurance data page, enter the product data page, and the price option page I have scanned, and the sending the code I have scanned. Excuse me. Okay, so these all I have scanned, and after that scan I'm just navigate to my test case section, and I'll create one test case. Under the vehicle insurance I have created this create automobile code. This is the first kind of test case, right? So I just added the open URL, and I have provided this URL, and the browser that I wanted to open is a Chrome. I have entered in test configuration, you can see it. And after the open URL you just have to maximize that window, the Google Chrome window, and bring that window to the front so you can see it easily, right? And after that you have to click on the main menu, the automobile one, and then you have to enter the vehicle data, and then you have to enter the insurance data, and then you have to enter the product data. So this is just an example I have chosen here for the BMW and 185 kW of engine performance. So these all I have chosen for this test case. Like that you have multiple values also. And after that there is a price option tab we have, and in this step we are validating the values, like the value, the data you have selected in this three steps. According to that, you have a value and you have to validate those value, right? So I am validating that value in price option tab, and after that I have selected the gold, and I'll go and send the code to my customer. Alex.Watson is my customer, so I have sent that code to my customer. Then just wait for a 3 second and close the browser. Right, this is the end-to-end scenario. This is the end-to-end test case that I have to execute, and I have to validate the price. Right, let me close this. Let me run this test case again. I'm going to run this test case and just see how it going to execute. You can also slow your video speed to see what is happening in this execution. Okay, I have run the execution. It will open the Google Chrome, maximize, bring that to front, and enter the value in the first 3 tabs and validate the 4th tab. This tab I have validated values, sending the code, wait for the 3 seconds and then close the browser. Perfect. This is the test case. This is the scenario. If I'll show you in the scratchbook logs, you can also find out these all are greens. That means these all are executed well, right? If that didn't executed, it will be going to be in yellow, or if there is any error, it will be in a red mark. So this will open the browser, maximize the window, bring to that window to front, and the main menu it has clicked the automobile, enter the vehicle data, enter the insurance data, enter the product data. After that, the validation is done for this price table. You can see what is the value I thought it must be. It is there in execution. After this all validation, I have selected the gold and send that gold code to my customer. Wait for the 3 seconds and close the browser. Okay, this is the complete test case. Let's suppose I'm having a scenario. In that scenario, I just need to run these kind of test cases, but I'm having the multiple scenarios where my car brand is not BMW, it could be Skoda, Honda or anything. Then engine performance also I have to choose different. So likewise we have a certain scenario, like, and let me show you how the scenario we have. This is the straight through, this is the regression path, this is always going to run. Okay, most recommended thing I have considered in a straight through. Just look this this is the scenario I am explaining, which kind of scenario you have for this particular test case. I have just run the one test case, right? There could be multiple scenarios also, for which you also need to create another test case. Like the engine performance is between 1000 to 2000, manufacture more than 5 years in past, then the price is in between 50k to 100k, age between the kind of scenario, if age is more than 25, if that is the gender based scenario, if this is the date kind of filter you have, if there is a scenario of insurance sum, merit, and the insurance type, and then the protection type, then the courtesy car. So these all you have the scenarios, multiple scenarios like that. Okay, and let's suppose you just have prepared this test case in 45 minutes. You have scanned the modules, you have created the test cases, and you have created this one test case kind of this. Let's suppose you have 15 more scenarios for which you need to prepare 15 more test cases. What you are going to do? You are again going to do the same thing. I mean, just consider it in a library, create the business parameter, and then create the 15 test cases one by one. Remember, this is going to be a very lengthy task. You just have, you can I guess you can destroy your one day for creating this thing. And also, if you have already wasted your one day, let's suppose if any maintenance comes, anything comes where you need to change the values in it, right? Where you let's suppose if the values you need to change for all 15 scenarios, you have to go to all 15 scenarios one by one and then changing the values. Remember, this is I'm showing you when I'm showing you this one test case, but in actual way, in actual product, you have 100 of test cases. So identify those test cases and then change the values in those test cases. It is going to be very hectic task, and there could be an error also. User defined user have introduced some error also while changing the values. So you have to be sure, you have to be create certain thing, that you have to create a kind of central data set page where you can change those values on that single page for all these 15 scenarios, right? For this thing we have the test case design in Tosca. This is, guys, this is the one of the best benefit of using test case design. You just have to change the value on a central page on the test case design section and just update the test cases. You are going to have a change in your all of the 15 or 16 or any number of test cases, right? So this is why I'm going to explain the test case design, how to create a test sheet, how to insert the attributes, what are the things you need to consider while creating the test sheet, while creating the attribute, while creating the instances, right? I'll explain that in very detailed manner in from the next lecture. Let me just show you an idea that how your test case design is going to be look like at the end, right? So this is the test case design. This is the my test case design for my vehicle insurance page, and in this vehicle insurance page I have selected these all business objects, right? So this is the central page where you can change the value. Let's suppose right now I am having an engine performance value the 500. If I just wanted to change the engine performance from 1500 to any value, like if my engine performance value is changed, so this is as a boundary like the 1000 to 2000, right? What if I just if it values change from 2000 to 500,000? In that case, you just have to change the values here, and each and every test case is going to be changed. So this all column you are seeing, this all column is a one test case. I just show you right here, and these all are the one test case, like the engine performance between 1000 to 2000. Instead of instead of changing the values here on this test case section, I'll recommend, and Tosca also recommend, to change the values on this single page, right? Change the value on this single page is easily to identify, it is easily to maintain, and easily to remove the values from here. So change the values from here and update that your test case, the values are going to be there. These all I am going to explain in the upcoming lectures. So from the next lecture onwards, I'll create one simple test sheet for this test case, and I'll show you that instead of creating those 15 test cases one by one, how you can create those 15 or any number of test cases in just one go, right? So we'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.